It's Spotify Sat Monday, the edition. We'll get to the middle, or I guess not middle, the second part of the three-quarter mark of the New Music Friday playlist from Spotify. And let's get it going with Marilyn Manson. Yes, he's still around. He has a new track, and it's called We Are Chaos. It's also the name of his new album, which drops in October. Okay, this is kind of a cheat, because I heard this song a couple days before this playlist came out. It's good. It's weird. I like his stuff as he gets older. I mean, his popularity is on the wane, but my enjoyment of his music is still on the rise. I don't know. He has such a better grip on what he's doing now. He's more focused. Now that he can kind of fly under the radar. I don't know. I enjoy it. It's a good song. It's actually on the great list. Up next, Grandson with Riptide. I make a cover of Vance Joy already? It was not a cover of Vance Joy. It was a song about the old 80s TV show Riptide. Remember Riptide? Unless you were alive in the 80s and got NBC, watched NBC a lot, you probably don't remember Riptide. It's okay. You're not missing a whole lot. Song is okay. Put it on the good side, just because it reminded me of Riptide. The show had a cool car. It was a cool car, and there were three dudes, and the two dudes were always manipulating the one dude to helping him with their detective cases or something. I don't remember. I just remember it was on for like 2 or 3 years. And the announcer for NBC at the time, who always cut the promos for their shows, he was always excited to say Riptide after the A-Team. He was very excited to say Riptide. Up next, the opposite of excitement, it's Rascal Flatts and Warmer. They asked, am I getting warmer? No. Neighbourhood up next with cherry flavored. This is pretty good, but I think there's going to be some confusion between Neighbourhood and The Neighbourhood. I don't think this is Neighbourhood who did like Sweater Weather. But it's spelled the same as Neighbourhood that did Sweater Weather. I don't know. Up next, DeathbyRomy and Fiending for a Lover. That's pretty good. I don't know what they still mean by Fiending for a Lover, but it's alright. Up next, the Vamps and Married in Vegas. That's pretty good. I've been to one wedding in Vegas. I think I remember, the two things I remember most about that night were it was 91 degrees at 2 a.m. Yuck. And we went to this restaurant where they made the guacamole at our table, and it was like the best guacamole I've ever had. Up next, MishCatt and Goofy. The goofy thing is, this sounds very early, mid-90s, but the album cover looks like it's straight out of 1984. Weird. Anyway, up next, Ant Clemons, not to be confused with Ant Saunders, or as Michael Douglas would say, the Ant-Man. Isn't it weird how he emphasizes the T so much in Ant-Man? You can't unnotice it. Now that I've pointed it out, next time you watch Ant-Man or Ant-Man and the Wasp, Michael Douglas is gonna be on screen. He's gonna say Ant-Man. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, he does do that. Anyway, this song's called Freak. It's okay. I guess I'm more okay with this than I am with actual ants. I'm not a fan. Up next, Shoreline Mafia and On the Low. I forgot to mention Kodak Black is in this song. Now I can get back to forgetting about this song because it's just okay. Up next, Cold Heart and Little Peep. Me and You. This is surprisingly good. Also, hasn't Little Peep been dead for a couple of years? What am I saying? They still keep putting out Jimi Hendrix new stuff that's just been found and he's been dead for like 50 years. Up next, Scared of the World from Sarcastic Sounds. I was going to put it in mediocre, but I'm going to move you to okay because you're maximizing your streams. Like I pointed out, the song's only a minute 25. Up next, Sing from Chris Tomlin, Russell Dickerson, and the Florida Georgia Line. Casey Musgraves brought my lifelong band of country music to an end, but man, some of these songs make me want to bring it back. This is not good. Do yourself a favor, go back up a ways, and if you want country, listen to that Tyler Childers track. Up next, Lauren Alaina and Run. Boy, once again, a female country singer who's really leaning into the pop, and they might as well, since there's all this initiative and stuff, and want to get more female artists onto country radio, but it's not really taking. So you might as well just hedge your bets and lean heavy into the pop country and maybe cross over pop. Pull yourself a Taylor Swift. And if country's not going to play it, see if somebody else will. Right now, Anna's Sofia and Don't Play Pretend. The song is pretty good. Also, the album cover, she looks like one of those China dolls that's been glued back together. It works. Next, Angel Olsen and Whole New Mess. Really curious to hear the album this is off of. It's She put out an album last year, but this is going to be some of the tracks from that, differently arranged in a few new songs. Because of, I can't remember the reasons, but there are reasons, so yeah, curious to hear that. Next, Fontaines D.C. in a Lucid Dream. This is pretty good. This sounds like that pre-Creed 90s alternative. Post-grunge, but pre-post-grunge, if that makes sense. Because Creed and that would be like post-grunge. But there was like a little spot in the middle there, like when grunge was kind of on the wane in the mid-95 or so, and then the other stuff came in at like 98. There's kind of a middle ground there where they had some interesting bands. Up next, Ambre with Semino and Gucci Slides. Isn't this a song? Wasn't Gucci Slides done by Bad Baby? I think it was. This is okay. I don't think it's a cover of the Bad Baby song. If Bad Baby songs have been around long enough to be covered, I'm not sure how to feel about that. Up next, Mariah Angeliq with Liano and Tu Castigo. How do you say mediocre in Espanol? I do not know. Up next, Static and Ben L. along with Flip De Niro and Millie. Not a Millie, just Millie. It's not a Millie by Lil Wayne, but it's about as good. I didn't care for that one. Up next, Tokyo's Revenge with Body Count. These guys are angry, but they're not angry enough to really sway my emotions, unfortunately. Up next, E40! Black is Beautiful. E40, getting political. It's actually pretty good. I'm going to put this in the great file. E40. I salute you. Up next, Hit Boy and City on Lock. Kind of a late 90s, early 2000s vibe here I'm really enjoying. Toni Braxton up next. She's back, I guess, with Dance. It's got a little bit of a disco bass line. Very funky. I like it. Toni Braxton, welcome back. Up next, Ella Eyre and Careless. Oh, she's not careless. She wishes she was careless because she still cares. Alright. Kind of surprised me. And let's finish off the day with Bahari and Waking Up the Neighbors. Cover of Bryan Adams? It's not a cover of Bryan Adams. It's pretty good, actually. So they got that going for them. Alright, 25 down. And well, actually, now it's 75 down. 25 to go. Actually, 76 down. 25 to go tomorrow. So we'll go do that tomorrow.